Hey there, welcome back to Strom Farm. We're actually not at the Strom Farm right now. We are at my brother and sister-in-law's house because in this wall they have a swarm of bees that is making its home. We bought a thermal camera earlier today and we were able to tell that the bees are right in here. If you give me a second, I'll grab the thermal camera and I'll show you what I was talking about. Alright, so as you can see, the wall's starting to get a little warmer over here, and then especially as we go a little bit up. So, as we go down, you can see right over here, we got definitely 77, got some right in this area. So that's where we're going to be cutting open the wall and doing the extraction.
Where'd I put my...
So this is what was behind the wall. Now the process begins of removing the honeycomb from this massive hive. I'll show you right now. This up here, this is all white cap honey. This is all ready to go, ready to harvest, ready for use. And you have all white cap basically from here on over. As you can see over here, these look like brood comb. You have some bee pollen, maybe some eggs possibly. I have to find the queen and put her in a cage. But I'm gonna have my work cut out. But this will be the 4th hive we have on Strom Farms. So give me a second and maybe more than a few seconds and I'll get to work. Well, unfortunately, I wasn't able to save the bees. I tried to use a shop vac that had a 90-degree bend at the end of the hose, and unfortunately, that just made honeybee soup. However, I was able to save all of the beeswax and all of that delicious honey, and I've been processing it over the last few days. Let's check that out. So since I don't quite have my own honey strainer yet, what I did instead was put all the honey in this tote, and then I slowly mash it down and I just let it drain and let gravity do its thing, and as you can see, it is filling up these jars nicely.
So it's October, fall is here, and it's time to get these beehives set up for wintertime. What I'm doing right now is I'm adding entrance reducers onto the front of the hives so that these bees don't have the entire length of space down here to defend. Instead, they can either have just a little bit of space or a little bit of space. So I'm just going to go ahead, close them up, get them ready. I'll have to lift the boxes up to get them in there, but so far with our Hive 1 check over there, we saw activity, lots of bees, a couple yellow jackets, which is why I put the reducers on so that we could have less attacking and less robbing. But get these supers off. That one was empty, and just make it so they'll be ready for next spring. So let's get to work. So I don't know if I've ever told you what the parts of a beehive are, but I'll go ahead and explain that real quick. This is an inner cover. It goes on top of your hives, and then you have your outer telescoping cover that sits on top. This is a metal telescoping cover. I love these because they provide better weather protection. That one will need to get replaced as soon as we can. This small box, this is called a super. Normally, when you put it in on time, this will get loaded with honey, and you can use this for your harvest. This one is currently empty because I put it on the wrong time. It's a learning experience. I'm still learning. So you have a super, and then you have your 2 deeps. This is where all the eggs are going to be, all your larvae, your eggs, your honey. You don't touch anything in the two deep hives, in the two deep boxes, sorry, because this is what the bees need to live off of. But anything that's in here is yours for the taking. I'm using a hive tool. This is a J-hook, and I'm just trying to go ahead and break the wax glue, propolis, off so that I can go ahead and take off this cover. And I'll tell you right now that this cover, this super, is light, but it has a lot of bees in it. So when I take it off, I'm just going to set it to the side probably, and I'll gather it later so that when they are ready, they can fly home. This on top, this little mesh, I'll pull it off so you can see as I flick the bees everywhere. This is a queen excluder. This thing makes it so that honeybees can travel in through the meshes, but a queen cannot. So you could put this queen excluder down to make it so that a queen can't get into the top box to lay eggs, therefore having honey. But again, I put it on way too late. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you for a tour with me. Hello! I want to show you the inside of this hive. So I'm not going to take anything apart because you got all this heavy propolis right here. This is all that heavy glue wax. But I want to show you all of this. This is honey right in here. This is all honey. This is looking like a very strong, good hive. And I'm just going to close them up. Can you see? I don't know if you can see in there, but there's that, it's like a white film right in there. That's all white-capped honey. So this hive doesn't need to do anything for spring. In fact, all I have to do is cover the lid up, finish putting that entrance reducer inside, and then we're going to leave this hive by itself. Okay. Alright, so I'm just getting my smoker ready to go for our third hive here. If you remember from watching our previous videos, you have watched our previous videos, right? Hive 3 is our problem hive. It has gone through requeening, it's never grown that big, it's aggressive, and of course I'm in shorts. I know some of you are going, man, you're in shorts, you shouldn't be in shorts when you're checking beehives, you might get stung. Well, you know what I gotta say to you? You're right, I've already gotten stung in the back of my leg, so I'm just trying to get my smoker started again so I can give them a good check. But then we'll open this top cover off, the telescoping cover, sorry, and then we'll take the inner cover off, the top cover, inner cover, we'll take those off, and we'll see what is going inside Hive 3. Alright, let's take a look. First off, I see a couple bees coming in with a little bit of either pollen or foodstuffs, so that's interesting. Moment of truth, my friends. Now I'm gonna... Oh, this cover is on tight. Shake these. Hey, we got bees! Okay, so I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're basically still at the 5th frame. They've got some honey in there. Hi, little ladies. Hello, my friends. They got the feeder. It's pretty much empty, so I'll need to go ahead and take that back out, wash it, and refill it. In the wintertime, you don't feed sugar water, which is a 1-to-1 ratio. You actually feed sugar nectar, which is a 2-to-1 ratio. So from what I can see in hive number 3, it's been pretty much the status quo. They're from about frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and half of frame 6. They haven't touched these other frames. I wouldn't see any eggs or larvae right now because it's just food. It's just food that they need to survive the winter. They're getting ready to push through winter. And if I want this hive to survive, I'm going to want to help them out. So I'm going to go grab another entrance reducer. I'm going to put it in the front here. I'm going to refill their nectar supply in the top feeder right here. And then I'm going to close them up and I'm going to say, see you next spring. I do have a thermal camera now. If you saw the video when we were taking this video. Earlier in this video, we used the thermal camera at the cane ranch and we were able to detect where the swarm was in the wall. So using that same camera, I can go ahead and in the wintertime, I can come out here, use the thermal camera, and check to see how much heat is being produced by the hive. That can give me an indirect idea of how the hive health is doing without opening them up and subjecting them to the frigid cold air.
Okay, so we're back. I got the gallon of food for the bees. I love that sound of crunching on fresh falled leaves. So eventually we'll have Hive 4 and Hive 5 way back on those cinder blocks, maybe even Hive 6. But what I want to do is I want to move. You see where the chicken coop is now? You see where those junk trees are way behind? I want to move, once I burn that entire area up, clean it up, I want to move the apiary over that way. Sorry. And be able to expand. Be able to expand and have more hives. Okay. So we just went ahead, fed the third hive with the sugar water. Gallon jug filled about 5/6 of the container up. I did get stung on the finger, wasn't too bad. So, yeah, there's the third hive. They're doing what they're doing. So it's a beautiful day out here at Schramm Farm and Kennel, and I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for following us, for going on our adventure with us. It's been a pretty awesome 10 months since we bought this property. And as we close out, I'll just show you guys the back half of our property, which you guys don't often get to see. So, got a couple of fruit trees back there, plums, a couple more apples, cottonwoods, junk trees that need to come out. Here's the apiary, chicken coop. There's the house. So, thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time.